Tim.
Yes.
What's your topic while I try to find emojis for tacos?
So, my topic is an article I read on BuzzFeed today.
It's a bomb.
BuzzFeed, one of my favorite websites.
We love it.
You love BuzzFeed.
I do, a lot.
I like it. You love it.
This woman suffers from 6 hours of orgasms a day. She is a mother of one, a 10-year-old son. Mm-hmm. And she can suffer from anything up to 180 orgasms in 2 hours.
This is a real thing. This is not
this
is
suffer?
not
Super
You got
legit.
this from BuzzFeed, not
Suffer.
Clickhole.
So she doesn't
no, this is BuzzFeed. This is a
no, because
legit
this
thing.
yeah.
So, suffer is the thing that made me click on this. I was like, I'm interested in this. And now, first off, guys, I wanted to say, BuzzFeed is not clickbait. Clickbait is when you click on something, they're tricking you. It's a trick. I wasn't tricked. I wanted to click on this because I was like, suffer. How is it suffering? They explained it. I got what they told me.
So you now agree it's suffering.
What?
Now you understand.
Yes, which is crazy because I'm like, what are you talking about suffering? This woman just at any point, this happens to her, and she can't control it, and she'll be in situations where it's incredibly awkward, and she'll feel bad about herself. For example, when she goes to her son's school, she feels inappropriate being sexually aroused around young children.
Of course.
And she feels like a horrible person because of this, and it drives her crazy. And she can't just be in normal functioning situations because she'll constantly be getting these intense orgasms. And like there was like gifs and stuff showing it, and it's just like, damn. Like she's trying her best. Like you see her trying her best to like just keep her composure, but she just can't. And that's scary.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts on this? And then I have a bunch of other questions.
My thought on this is that luckily I watched as a kid a show called The Montel Williams Show, and I believe he had someone of a similar variety on. In that her story, of course, like for you to bring it up or like and be like, well, suffer. Like I immediately am right there. I can totally understand. I forget what was happening physiologically to make this happen, biologically to make this happen. But yeah, like what a horrible thing. I mean, I think about it like again, this goes back to a topic we did in the GameOverGreggy show. I'm sure Kevin's annotating you to it right now, where I was saying I wish I understood from a literal perspective what the female orgasms felt like from a female's perspective, right? But, I mean, if you try to even remotely flip the script, right? If we were just... How awkward is it when you get an erection when you don't want an erection, but you have an erection all the time? Like, around a kid's school, you're talking to somebody, you're trying to be an adult, a professional, whatever. You're trying to take care of your 10-year-old kid. Like, super awkward. Like, I can only imagine, yeah.
True story about Montel Williams.
Thank you.
Please.
Montel love up in here.
He served my mom's long-term boyfriend. I just call him my stepdad. And him served in the Navy together.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not have pegged Montel Williams as a Navy man.
Do they keep in touch?
I don't think so, no. But I mean, they at some point were serving together.
What up, Montel?
How awesome would it be if
They were
someone at
naval intelligence
Montel
officers.
called you and was like, hey, what was the name of that bar we were at in Japan? And you're like, the so-and-so. Thanks, man. Thanks. And that was it. That's all you... And you hadn't heard from him in like 20 years. You're not going to hear from him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's totally suffering. That would suck.
Now, before I said, if I read that headline differently, it was just like,
woman has
she loves the
186.
fact that she gets this. Would you still say that?
No. I mean, if you're happy with it, that's great. If that's what you want to do and you can function in life like that, sure, that's fine. Then it's not, it's only debilitating if it's debilitating. Yeah. If it gets in the way of the life you want to lead. But it sounds like this is something where she can't, it's hard for her to function, much like any other sort of handicap or debilitating disease. And in that regard, it sucks. Put yourself in her shoes. Mm-hmm. It would suck if you were a guy and that had to happen.
I was going to say, it would be a lot worse if you were a
because
guy.
you'd literally be dehydrated for you'd have to be just constantly swallowing water.
So another question I had for you guys was, obviously, you guys, if this could happen to you, would you do it? It's like, obviously the answer is no.
No.
But what if it was for a limited time? Like, for one day. Would you do this for one day?
No.
Yes.
I would.
Do I get anything, or is it just
For one day?
no?
Just that you would know what it feels like.
2 hours of orgasms.
I would do it for one day. Sure.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
If
I know
you're
what
asking
orgasm
me,
feels like.
Can I
If you know
have...
what 2 hours of it is.
Well,
I know we're doing guy orgasms, right?
Yes.
Guy orgasms are better when there's you build them up.
What if it's like a tantric orgasm? So it just builds for 2 hours and then bang, you're done. You fall asleep for the next 2
You
days.
shoot a bullet through the wall.
You
That's the kind of thing you're talking about, right?
paint the room in a new color white.
I like how on the Patreon exclusive episode I said something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna have to
You
bleep
were
this. This is way more vulgar. What you just said is way more vulgar.
You were reading a sex story from Literotica where every other word...
Not true. I love
was
how
the
he just
P
paints
word.
everything. He's there But Nick is only ever with us 10% of the time.
Well,
And
you
then
taught
he
him the
fills
word
in the gaps.
literotica, so now it's any chance
I'm
he gets.
trying to
he just
sell
throws
people
it
on
in
this
there.
Patreon exclusive episode. So
Oh, I
they'll help us support us on
definitely tell
Patreon.
sexual stories that I read off the internet, but it's not literotica. It's similar to when you're like, oh, and you guys are going to order cheese. We order Pasquales. You don't even fucking know what happens in this house.
I'm on a strict no pass.
Stop
I keep hitting
throwing
dog
the
with
mic down and hitting Portello in the eyeball. You hit him
He
right
doesn't
in the
even care
eyeball.
or no.
Yeah, he's like, let's
He does. Look, he's
Now
just
I want to
yawning.
know. Let's unpack this.
Yes.
I want to know why this happens to her and if there's a way to cure her.
All right. She was diagnosed with the condition 3 years ago and says it's ruining her life. She developed it while shopping for groceries. She suddenly found that everything she saw, smell, or touched turned her on. It made her panic. She fell down and began to have multiple orgasms on the floor. She somehow managed to get home, where she continued to orgasm into the evening. And she goes on to say it's embarrassing, confusing, and humiliating.
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah, that's falling down the grocery store.
Yeah.
So what are the doctors doing for her? Do they have to do something to her? Can
Well, I
they
mean,
do
let's be
anything?
honest. Grocery stores are embarrassing, humiliating, and confusing most of the time. Anyway, if you've been to a Safeway lately, tack on an orgasm on top of that. It's just the worst thing on the planet. Don't look at me like that, Greg. It was a funny joke.
I was waiting for a
It
comment.
was slightly funny.
It was good. No,
Thanks.
you made Colin laugh. Colin doesn't laugh at anything.
He does. He laughs at me more than you. I just want you to put that out there, just on average.
Colin's sick of my shtick. We've been together quite a while.
That's because your shtick generally just revolves around you rhyming two words that you think is funny, and then you laugh for 55 minutes while the rest of us continue the podcast. It's good though. It's fun.
Doctors don't have a cure, and she's upset about this.
Yeah, what's the
Man,
cure to
that's
it?
rough. If there's like no hope for her.
Yeah. And she, like, every day without fail, it just happens. She had to quit her job. And it
I mean,
just
you have to
started.
go on disability for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we paying for this? That's the worst part of it. We're paying for this now.
I mean, I don't mind paying for this.
Oh, I do.
This
you
is
gotta
this
figure
is
this out.
legitimately.
She's down
a
to her
person
luck.
that's
What do you
got a
want?
thing
What do you
that's
want to
wrong.
do?
You gotta
She got a
figure this
10-year-old
out.
son to take care of.
This is
That's
the
the fucking X factor now. The 10-year-old son. Because eventually he's not quite there yet, but he's of age where like people are gonna find it out who he is. His friends are gonna come over like when they're 14, 15, when you're like real getting.
When they're real people.
Yeah, but like when they're getting like like a 14-year-old just turned
Okay,
on by
real
everything.
home.
What are they gonna do? They're just gonna rub up against the mom occasionally, just to see
like,
what
or
happens.
just like see like oh, your mom's the mom that has orgasms all the time. And
Well, she was saying that like people will find out and will like look at her, and she says it's fucking the worst thing ever. And there's a lot
that
of
turns
kiss.
her on too, probably.
And it's crazy, man. Like, so for dudes, it's
sucks.
it's messier. But like, if we took away that aspect of it, and if things were just like cleaner, it just was a feeling and less of a like
Product.
cause and effect. Like, I would definitely want to go a day and just feel how that is.
I think after like the third or fourth one, you'd be like, I'm so done with this. I
I'm
don't
exhausted
need to do it anymore.
Probably. You'd probably be so exhausted.
Because I mean, think about those times when you like. I don't know if you guys have had this, but there are certain instances where like you meet someone and you're so excited by them that you do it. You'll have sex multiple times in one night.
Yeah.
And then by the third time, you're just like, we're just doing this to say we could.
Yeah, but
We're
is
just
it
gonna tell this story one day at a dinner party, and we're gonna think we're cool.
At a dinner party.
but
at the fancy, yeah, exactly. The fancy dinner party you brought your wife
How was
to.
your investment?
You brought the
portfolio?
wrong
It's
liquor.
Great. Yeah, I did.
Let me tell you this time I fucked a girl 3 times. We were so into each
God.
other.
But I feel like that's the reason that you're tired and like there's any pain is because there's a lot of physical shit going on, a lot of things banging against each other. That's how sex works, right?
Yeah.
Friction.
Absolutely.
But I think if
100%.
you're just chilling and it's just happening, like I don't know how tired you would get.
Oh, you'd be tired.
Well, okay, you'd be like emotionally tired.
You
It's a
also
different
just
type of tired.
Wouldn't
though.
it would be like a mind game? You wouldn't know when it was gonna happen.
Mind freak.
You would just feel this table and just get erect.
Just every 2
Let's
seconds.
go back to Colin's orgasm noise.
Is that what do you hear that a lot?
Yeah, all the time. Oh, Colin's at it again.
It sounds
But it's
like
from the hallway where he's naked.
How come when you orgasm it sounds like a baby hawk? That's really cool. That was like Big Bird.
That was
or
Mickey
something.
Mouse. Oh,
Mickey
shout out to Mickey Mouse, by the way. It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
You fictional character, you. There you go.
That sounds rough. I'll be interested to follow this story and see if I'm sure there's some like
No, she's been doing this for
ingenious
years,
doctor
though, right?
that is gonna get to the bottom of this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe it.
probably. I hope.
Okay.
The wonders of modern science can cure Ebola, and this woman's.
Did they cure
problem
Ebola?
with- no,
Okay.
absolutely not.
We're getting close?
No, I don't think so. I think we're just figuring out how to manage it.
Okay, good.
It's a virus, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can't cure viruses.
Yeah. I thought Ebola was just like a really, really, really bad version of like the flu.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor. I it's hard to believe, but I'm not.
You sound like a doctor.
You're smart like a
do.
doctor.
It's because I read
Talk like a
Wikipedia
doctor.
and
You don't-
see like that. It comes full circle.
Yeah, it's true.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Game Over Greggy show each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table, each bringing a random topic of conversation for your amusement. If you like that, we post the whole show for you up on patreon.com/kindafunny each and every Friday, along with Bandcamp and Vimeo. However, we charge over there. If you don't think we're worth your money, no big deal. Don't worry about it. Go to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we put the show up topic by topic, day by day, until the whole thing goes live on Friday for free, as well as
SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Windows Phone, Android stuff, Beyond Pod, all those.
we'll just
weird
start
apps.
saying podcast
There's a lot of
services of your
apps. Yeah.
choice.
Specifically, though, SoundCloud and iTunes. Those are the ones that I want
Rate
to
us
see.
there, review us there. We're new. We need help getting ingrained.
And you guys have been great. There's been a
Yeah.
lot of great comments and reviews. I don't know if you guys have seen the iTunes reviews.
Oh, they're really good.
Good people.
Yeah, no,
Good
super,
people
super
saying
good.
good things.
Yeah,
It's good. We're at 5 stars.
Holy crap.
yeah, we're doing really well.
There's no place to go but down from there.
In
Or
terms
just
of
keep going
other
up.
things
Okay, we
to
can
keep
do that
your noggin peeled for.
I don't know what that
Well,
means.
no,
Peel your noggin. No. Follow the Leader continues to go. We have a new episode this week right now. What, you don't like that one? Nick, I'm putting you on task. You ready? Mm-hmm. If you're listening to this early, when Follow Leader goes live the next Thursday, it'll be a Tim episode, and there'll be a new shirt on
The next
districtlines.com/ kind of funny.
The next Thursday is Thanksgiving. Do we
Right.
care about that?
No?
Okay.
People will watch.
You still have computers at your house, right? Come
We
show
have a
your...
lot of European and Canadian listeners too. That
European listener, ain't it, Governor?
that couldn't give a flying fuck less. about Thanksgiving.
I need a shirt.
I read someone today with a couple
Chimney, I
with a
need
couple
a
thumbs
shirt.
up saying your accent, your British accent, is offensive, and they want you to stop.
It's actually
And I want you to stop with it because it's just becoming more and
it's
more-
borderland racist. That's what it is.
It's borderland
racist.
Borderlands
Randy
racist.
Pitchford wrote in and said it is borderland racist. Let me know in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, if you want me to keep or lose the European/Australian/New Zealand/whatever country I'm not sure
You're
you're
doing
from.
British.
It's just British. Just
No,
like a
I do
really
whatever.
hardcore
Well, remember the
Cockney
whole
British.
joke was that I did it to offend. I did to offend and make Keza mad.
And she's Scottish.
Exactly. She wasn't even offended. But then, of course, the oi is completely my Australian accent that I used to do on GameScoop for Rupert Murdoch. The whole thing is a long-running inside joke. So if
IGN
you're all,
Cinematic Universe.
exactly, it's very much. Let me know in the comments if we should drop it, keep it going,
and
so
also,
on and so forth.
the shirt that's coming. You guys are going to want this one. You've been talking about it for a while.
Yes,
We've
this is a
talked about it
requested
many
one for
times.
sure.
So stay tuned for that.
Keep in mind, again, if you're the Patreon person listening this early, the Patreon exclusive episode of the Game Over Greggy show goes live Thanksgiving week as well. I guess we'll put it up on Wednesday. Try to keep it away from Follow the Leader. Keep it away
Yeah.
from everything else. Keep it away from
Wednesday's
the...
good.
All right, so it'll go up Wednesday. It's if you gave $1, if you gave $1 million, doesn't matter. You get it for free. Enjoy it yourself. Go to lynda.com/kindafunny to get a tutorial for
Do
one of
it.
these things these people keep talking about.
Make yourself better today. At lynda.com.
Pertilla's got a new BarkBox video up. Go watch that.
Hey, don't tell him we haven't recorded it yet.
He doesn't understand that
He
part.
gets
He only
excited.
when he sees the box, he understands it's a big deal.
He knows.
Hey,
Behind
are
those
you doing that
vacant
tonight?
eyes.
Yeah.
It's a
All right, be
flare of
quiet when you do it.
recognition.
It's
No.
late.
No, not gonna be. No,
It's very late.
it's not that late yet.
Charles is asleep. I guarantee it.
You said last night you came out and reprimanded me, or you reprimanded me. You came out and shut the door, and I thought, oh, you guys are asleep. And then I came out and I heard you laughing like an asshole in there. You weren't asleep. Nobody's asleep in there.
I wasn't laughing.
Ha! You were saying.
I don't know if he was laughing, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure. Tell me to be quiet. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you. Until next time, keep it locked on Portillo.
Look at the camera.
He doesn't know what's
He
happening.
doesn't understand. Look at his little blinker.
Eyes of fear.